Whenever you visit Tech9, a Porsche specialist in the small village of Hale in Cheshire, you'll be greeted with an eclectic range of Porsches to feast your eyes on. From the classic 356 Speedsters, £1 million 2.7 RS restorations, and modern cars like the 997 GT2RS. Their motto of engineering excellence can be seen by their results, and this is why they were selected to do the final phase of the conversion on the 911 Turbo. So this is where the car would be spending an unknown period of time, staying until the conversion was completed. So, just had a phone call from Tech9. Car is having all the new panels dry fitted before it goes in for paint. So, carbon fenders, carbon bonnet, front bumper, etc. And do I want to go down and see it? So, yeah, I do. So I'm on my way. Go and have a quick look. I'm sure they'll have some information for me. See if also if I have all the parts, because it's kind of I'm kind of pioneer here, because nobody else has documented which parts you need, which parts you don't, which parts you can carry over from the turbo, which parts you need to replace. So it's kind of hit and miss really. So I think I've got most of the parts, but I'm expecting them to tell me that there's some missing. And the guys at Tech9, they do know their stuff, so they know their RSs, so they'll be able to tell me if there's anything missing. Only 4 days into the build, and the car almost looks to be in one piece. The centre radiator swap is complete, as is the radiator ducting. The carbon bonnet is in place and lined up with those fantastic carbon wings. However, the wings and the bumper are held in place with clamps. Richard, the Tech9 mechanic, said if the parts had been painted, he could have had the car finished in only 2 more days. Unfortunately, they're not finished, and the car would be transported to Road Race for the next phase, painting. After what seemed like a never-ending wait, my car was finally ready to be painted at Road Race in Manchester. Ill health and issues with their paint bay meant the project had been delayed almost 3 weeks. Looking around in their car park, it's obvious they dabble in Porsches. The very latest 991 and a 718 that hadn't even made it into private ownership in for repairs. And yes, that number plate does say that. Inside it's clear to see they don't just do Porsches, but it does seem to be their bread and butter. From accident repair to full nut and bolt restorations of classic cars like this 924 Carrera GT. And in the background, a 924 Le Mans racer they are restoring for Porsche Museum in Germany. and the race part of Road and Race is clear to be seen, as they repair Jonathan Evans' GT Cup car after a scrap with an R8 at Donington recently. And if you're wondering where the wheel went, you can see it dispatched in this onboard footage. So the time is finally here. The car would have 3 coats of gloss and 2 coats of clear lacquer, and then be cured at 50 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. A blower is used to remove any final bits that might be left on the surfaces. And then finally wiped over with an anti-static solution. And then the gloss is applied. Now it's time for the clear coat. Once fully dried, the parts would be polished before the car could be returned to Tech9 for final assembly. So I've just got this rear wing blade. I ordered it from a company called Night Racer in Milton Keynes. It's just arrived. It took 6 weeks. They told me 3, but it took 6, but that's not a big issue. However, as you can see, it's gloss. It's a gloss finish, which is very nice. However, my car has lots of carbon on it already. Air vents, rear brake light, blanking plate, exhaust tailpipe outlets, bonnet, mirrors, they're all in satin carbon, and this is in gloss carbon, so it's going to look weird on the car. So it's quite disappointing, really. It's also got something inside of it as well, so when I move it, listen. That's cool. So yeah, I'm disappointed. What to do? So the options are, I can have it lacquered with a satin lacquer at a body shop, which is going to cost me probably what, £100. I can have it wrapped with a clear wrap, which will take the shine off it, which probably cost, I don't know how much that would cost. I would say at least £100. Or I can return it, and because now he tells me after 6 weeks of waiting for this one, he tells me that they do a matte one, but it's extra and they're all made to order, and it will take another 6 weeks basically. Yeah. Okay, so got a delivery today from Kline. New exhaust tips. So nice. It's always nice to get new stuff in the post. So I saw these on another car at a garage. I immediately emailed Felix at Kline and asked him if I could get a set made. I was told that they were special order. Very nice. So Yeah, I was told by the garage that they were a one-off, but I emailed Felix and I said, can I get a set made? And he said, no problem. You pay me some money and I will have them custom made. So this, apparently, as far as I know, this is one of 2 sets of these in existence. So it's made from Inconel or Inconel, which is a very, very tough material, very light, and it's basically it's what they use to make the impeller blades on jet engines. So it's very strong. There we go.